altogether disdainfully, and South. Though he was a man who considered Boston South, he pegged her as someone who belonged in the humid regions below the Mason-Dixon line. She was neat and pretty enough, though he felt her dark complexion and light eyes had a substantially foreign look. Then again, if you went much farther south than Portland, you were talking foreign. While he rocked and deliberated, Gennie waited patiently, her rich black hair lifting from her shoulders and blowing back in the salt-scented breeze. Her experience in New England during the past few months had taught her that while most people were fair-minded and friendly enough, they generally took their time about it. Didn't look like a tourist, he thought. More like one of those fairy princesses his granddaughter read about in her picture books. The delicate face came to a subtle point at the chin, and the sweep of cheekbones added hauteur. Yet she smiled, softening the look, and her eyes were the color of the sea.
"Don't get many summer people,"
he said at length.
"All gone now, anyhow."
He wouldn't ask, Gennie knew, but she could be expansive when it suited her purpose. "I don't think I qualify as summer people, Mr.
Fairfield. Joshua Fairfield.
Genevieve Grandeau." She offered a hand, which he found satisfactorily firm in his work-roughened one. "I'm an artist. I'd like to spend some time here painting." An artist, he mused. Not that he didn't like pictures, but he wasn't sure he completely trusted the people who produced them. Drawing was a nice hobby, but for a job... Still, she had a good smile, and she didn't slouch.
"Might be there's a cottage about 2 miles out. Widow Lawrence ain't sold it yet."
The chair creaked as he moved back and forth.
"Could be she'll rent it for a time."
"It sounds good. Where can I reach her?"
"Across the road at the post office."
He rocked for another few seconds.
"Tell her I sent you over,"
he decided. Gennie gave him a quick grin. "Thank you, Mr. Fairfield." The post office was hardly more than a counter and 4 walls. One of the walls was taken up with slots where a woman in a dark cotton dress deftly sorted mail. She even looks like a Widow Lawrence, Gennie thought with inner pleasure as she noted the neat circular braid at the back of the woman's head. "Excuse me." The woman turned, giving Gennie a quick, bird-like glance before she came over to the counter. "Help you?" "I hope so. Mrs. Lawrence?"
"Yeah."
"Mr. Fairfield told me you might have a cottage to rent." The small mouth pursed, the only sign of facial movement.
"I've a cottage for sale."
"Yes, he explained that." Gennie tried her smile again. She wanted the town, and the 2 miles distance from it the cottage would give her. "I wonder if you'd consider renting it for a few weeks. I can give you references if you'd like." Mrs. Lawrence studied Gennie with cool eyes. She made her own references.
"For how long?"
"A month, 6 weeks." She glanced down at Gennie's hands. There was an intricate gold twist of a ring, but it was on the wrong finger.
"Are you alone?"
"Yes." Gennie smiled again. "I'm not married, Mrs. Lawrence. I've been traveling through New England for several months painting. I'd like to spend some time here at Windy Point."
"Painting?"
The widow finished with another long look. "Yes." Mrs. Lawrence decided she liked Gennie's looks, and that she was a young woman who didn't run on endlessly about herself, and fact was fact. An empty cottage was a useless thing. "The place is clean and the plumbing's good. Roof was fixed 2 years back, but the stove's got a temperament of its own. There's 2 bedrooms, but one of them stands empty." This is painful for her, Gennie realized, though the widow's voice stayed even and her eyes were steady. She's thinking about all the years she lived there. "Got no close neighbors and the phone's been taken out. Could be you could have one put in if you've a mind to." "It sounds perfect, Mrs. Lawrence." Something in Gennie's tone made the woman clear her throat. It had been sympathy and understanding quietly offered. After a moment, she named a sum for the month's rent, far more reasonable than Gennie had expected. Characteristically, she didn't hesitate, but went with her instincts. "I'll take it." The first faint flutter of surprise showed on the widow's face.
"Without seeing it?"